Hey everybody, my name is King Shadow. Haven't said that in a minute on this channel, I know. Exclusively for this channel. Also, Shadow964X. And if you don't know, I just haven't been motivated to make a vlog in a minute. I've been uh, away. I've been making other videos, just not on this channel mainly, on the other channel. I did make a video on the updates on YouTube, my where I'm at, what's going on, kind of thing, on a YouTube policy video, and then also uploaded the pickups video on this channel as well. Now, here's the thing that's gonna happen. I know I kind of missed out on all of January of 2018, so this entire video, entire one, is gonna be about this January 2018. So this entire video is gonna be about 2018 of January. Not all of it, because I can't remember all of it, but a lot of it. So, here you go. For the Nintendo Direct that happened in January, I was totally not expecting The World Ends With You to start off with the Nintendo Direct. Especially the iOS port, I'm assuming, because it looks like it was, to be, well, pushed to the Switch. And it's called The World Ends With You Final Remix. So I'm not saying it's going to be the final version. It might be for a long time. Who knows? But in my theory, if you don't watch the theory I uploaded on my main channel, Exceeding Shadow, my theory is that they are either releasing this because it's either 10-year anniversary. I get that. Or they are just like, oh, hey, it's something pretty cool to release. There's that option, of course. There's also the possibility that Neku and Shiki and everybody else in the game, like Joshua, will be in Kingdom Hearts 3. Or I'm in my room. I'm in my new room, by the way, if anyone's curious. So I should show that off one day, just not now. Or they're just going to make another World Ends With You game, which that's been extremely hinted from the iOS port. And it's never happened. So we'll see. We'll see for sure about that. Anyways, besides that, of course, they're porting over Hyrule Warriors. They're porting over Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. They're just, I don't know, drop a lot of freaking ports from Wii U to Switch, including they are releasing new DLC characters for Pokken Tournament, Super Mario Odyssey, and I think that could be it. So for Mario Odyssey, Luigi's Balloon World thing, okay. Not that interested in me, but whatever. Next thing was the Pokken Tournament one. I kind of don't understand why they're releasing DLC for this now. If we have the whole Wii U version, and the whole point of getting Pokken Tournament for the Wii, or so for Nintendo Switch, was to have all the DLC characters, including the newest character, decided why. But now we're throwing in Blastoise and Aegislash, because that's who they are. Aegislash is going to be out in February, so coming up very, very soon. And Blastoise, I believe, is in March or April. Or it's the other way around. I'm thinking that Aegislash is out now, and Blastoise out in March or April. So, something like that. Anyways, so there's that. I believe a few days later, after the Nintendo Direct was over, they announced something called a Nintendo Labo. I'm like, really? What the heck is a Labo? So I looked it up, I watched YouTube videos, and it's like Nintendo Arts and Crafts, but you can make it work with your Nintendo Switch. And that's an interesting way. I've never seen anyone of anything make, hey, you want to play cardboard for your video game console / handheld? Well, we have you with this new attraction called Nintendo Labo. And basically, it's literally that. Just throw in cardboard with Nintendo Switch. I even saw a meme. It was pretty funny. I think it was on Twitter. It's like VR is not the future. It's like, it's cardboard. Oh man, that was pretty funny. And it's like the CEO of Nintendo now. I don't remember his name. It's super forgetful, that freaking name of that guy. But the guy that looks serious all the time. But whatever. Him. So there's that. I'm not trying to forget anything of a Nintendo announcement, but I don't remember if it was in the direct, but they also announced somewhere in January. I remember that Detective Pikachu is coming to uh, the 3DS, which we already knew this in America, North America. So it's finally officially coming over here, including we actually have more information about the whole Detective Pikachu movie. So that's is a thing. That's is a thing for sure. If you didn't know, but I'm pretty excited about finally getting the freaking Pokemon game over here. And I watched the trailer. I uploaded it myself, and I thought it was pretty lovely. I liked it. I think I did a discussion video about it. I don't really remember, but I liked for what I saw of it. So there's that. Of course, I was one of those people that I would love to see if it was Danny DeVito as Pikachu's voice actor. So, but the voice actor they picked for Detective Pikachu was pretty freaking sweet anyway. So, good job, guys. The next one, let's see here for Dragon Ball Super. Let's go Dragon Ball Super. Yes, I am currently caught up with Dragon Ball Super. I have been for months now. I mean, like almost 7 months now. So if anyone is curious, I'm knowing what is happening in Super. I might be a few days away, might be a week, maybe I've just been busy, but I'm always caught up to date no matter what. I've spoke about theories and discussions about Dragon Ball Super. If anyone is curious about them, please go check out my main channel on Exceeding Shadows channel to go see any Dragon Ball Super theories. I'm not the best person about Dragon Ball Super news or Dragon Ball Z Mentos or anything like that, or knowledgeable all that much about it, but it just from my knowledgeable self that I know of stuff, not really. I just speak about what I think about it, okay? Has any of this come true? I think like two or three of them, but not all of them. Sort of. So, anyways, so yeah, I'm caught up with Dragon Ball Super. If anyone's curious, yes, I am watching Super. I know it's about to end in March. I know, and it is like February now, whenever the hell you're seeing this, so that's pretty depressing. I know. But anyways, the next thing I would like to talk about, let's see here, is I guess video game releases. So for the month of January, there hasn't been really many video game releases I really wanted to get at all, and all of them I did wanted to get were like literally at the end of the month, which kind of happened all at once. The only one I did not get was Monster Hunter Worlds. I was curious about getting Monster Hunter Worlds, but it didn't really happen. Because well, I wasn't sure if I was gonna actually play this one, or I'm just gonna like, let's just play it for like a Tail Shadow X and just leave it forever, like I kind of did with Monster Hunter World. No, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, but whatever. Um, the only two major games I know I picked up for the month of January was Dragon Ball Fighters or Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and the City of Final Fantasy NT. For Dragon Ball Fighter Z Fighters, yes, it was my most hyped up game of the month of the year so far. Basically, in my just to say it out loud, and but that it was announced and all that. Of course, I'm other excited other games too, but you know what I mean. So yes, I'm actually still currently playing it right now. I think we actually have had this game out for about a full week now, and like a week and 2 days actually to think of it. So, anyways, yeah, I've been playing it a lot. I played a lot of it online. I got better. Not saying I'm the best. At this moment in time, I'm a Frieza clan. If that even helps at all, if anyone knows what's going on in the game, not that great at it. I'm just saying, I'm okay. Uh, in the story mode, I am in the. If I don't want to spoil anybody, I'm in the third arc. I'll say that the third arc, learning about, and this is not a spoiler alert, Android 21. If it is, oh my god, come on, where the heck have you been? About things, so I'm not gonna say it, but things. Um, that's it for that. So I'm really liking the game. If you want to know the three characters I use in the game is Trunks, Goku Black, and Frieza. So yeah. Besides that, who do we use? What do we do? The City of Final Fantasy NT. I've played it basically through the beta, and I really liked the game when I was playing it. So that's really why I wanted to buy the game more than Monster Hunter World. And I haven't played it yet because I played the beta of it, and that's basically how it starts out. But I was really liking when I was playing of it. So I'm gonna play probably that after Dragon Ball Fighter Z Fighters. But we have to wait and see because I'm also trying to play Cuphead, and I forget what else I'm trying to play as right now, but mostly it's Cuphead. It's on the side burner right now. Back burner, sorry. But talking about Cuphead, actually, come to think of it, I am now on World 3, I think. Possibly almost 4. I don't really remember exactly. Almost, yeah, almost 4. And it's still hard. It's still a fun game. I'm still going through it, but it's going to take some more time. I'll say that for sure. What else have I been doing? So, collecting wise, um, I know I said, I think in the month of last year, I'm still said I'm working on this Sega Saturn trade with Ricardo. I'm still working on it. We haven't really done anything with it for about a month, but I am ready to go with this whole situation of how we're gonna get the Saturn deal going on. So there's that. Um, Trying to think exactly. I can't like I've got bought in so many games. I can't list them all. So just go watch my pick video for January and the end of 2017, which just sounds weird. I know it's 2018 now, but I still can't think to myself like, oh, it's 18. It doesn't feel like 2018 yet, but you know what I mean. Um, anyway, so let's talk about one thing I don't really want to talk about, but I feel like we have to because it's there and it did happen at the beginning of the year. Logan Paul, oh man, Logan Paul. So where do we start with this motherfucker right now? So Logan Paul, if you don't know, I did an update video, like I said, about the whole YouTube policy changing, the algorithm and all that. He's a big freaking part of it. So if you haven't seen that, go watch that. But I'll sum it up for you. Logan Paul went to Japan. He went to a forest that was most likely you'll find a person dead in real life, like an actual person dead. He goes in there. He doesn't like explain to him, oh, here's the statistics of, hey, this is what actually the statistics of the people dying in this forest. And then, don't die, just please talk to people, just find help, all that stuff. You get that, right? Same thing you hear all the time. But he instead just records someone that literally died. You can't see him. He blurs them out as much as possible. And it's literally like a live body there. And the whole thing about in Japan, it's everyone is respectful. That's what they build the whole society on, the whole country on, is respect. And everybody knows that he made videos before that showed disrespect without, numerous videos, including at the beginning of one of those videos, of Japan's videos, saying that, you have to be really careful. These guys are respectful, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't do that at all, even though he mentioned it at the beginning of that video. And there was a Facebook post I saw I really liked that. Well, I hated the whole video itself because, Logan Paul, but I liked how that person summed up literally everything that was supposed to happen and what he did in Japan, because literally that was the best thing to show off. So, yeah, now the whole YouTube algorithm thing and analytics changing and policy, he's a big part of it because now YouTube doesn't want all the content creators out there to be safe. They want them to feel like they're concerned and all not powerful anymore. So, because of that, people are just like struggling and I can understand that. If you don't know, on this YouTube channel, Shadow964X, I will no longer be partnered. I will no longer be able to make monetized money on this channel at all. So that's a disappointment right there. I didn't make much money, but any little money does from this channel does help at the long run. So I just kind of thought of it like that for the longest time. And now it's not going to freaking happen at all. So I'm like, yay, great, finally. What the hell? So that's stupid. Besides that, I never even seen a Logan Paul video, but because of that whole entire Japan thing, I had to go watch some of his videos to go see what the heck exactly what I was going to say or do. And I'm just like, yeah, that was the stupidest thing I ever done. Not me saying, oh, I watched his videos. It's the stupidest thing he's ever done. And I'm like, wow, really? This is literally the biggest thing we're talking about in society is about a guy goes to Japan because who knows why, he was on vacation, I don't know, and did some disrespectful stuff. Yep. What else happened for the month of January? Well, here's a meme that's actually started in the month, and I didn't really get it. I think it kind of started realistically in the year 2017, but it was extremely late. I think it was like the last week of the year. so I'm jumping into January anyways, is Uganda Knuckles. Uganda Knuckles. Um, do you know the way? I actually do like that meme. It's actually pretty funny. It can get old pretty fast, but I like the whole idea. So the whole idea is that some guy called Gustavo or something like that, and his friends was on the server new game called VR Chat, and on VR Chat you can make your character literally anything, basically. Like, you want to copy from, like, a Dragon Ball Z character, you can. A Sonic character, you can. It can be literally anything you want. And basically, someone gets, like, a Knuckles, basically, and just kind of, like, deforms it down, making him, like, all kind of chunky and, like, no neck, head, and whatever. And this guy makes him have, like, a Ugandan like accent. It was supposed to be like Indian or whatever, I guess I heard. And then he just says, I'm Uganda Knuckles, or whatever, Uganda Knuckles. And then he starts doing like, do you know the way? And you know, little like that little sound effect or whatever. And there's more like, do you want to become the queen? Or no, my brothers. Stuff like that. So things like that. That's what the whole Uganda Knuckles thing is. And if you don't know anything about it, please just go look up anything Uganda Knuckles, or do you know the way? So, um, yeah, I definitely know the way, my brothers. Anyways, so what else has happened in the month of January? So, at the month of January, if you don't know, I was watching all my anime content through Hulu. All of it, as much as possible. My Hero Academia, Boruto, One Piece, and I don't remember what else. After I lost that, I was like, wait, great, what am I going to watch now? So, yes, I know I could just jump into Crunchyroll, but my smart TV over there, well, show for a second, doesn't have Crunchyroll. So, I'm like, well, we'll just set up a 360 I have and put in Crunchyroll there. My only problem is, when it loads, it wants to freeze up. And that's not just, I think it's because of the 360 app. It's just so old and maybe outdated. It just does that. So the only way for me to even do that is that, basically. So, One Piece, I go back to forward of it every once in a while. It's just like, whatever. I don't care about it. And then, My Hero Academia, I was really close to finishing it, so I have to go finish it up on Crunchyroll before Season 3 starts. Uh, and then Boruto, I'm like halfway or one third there, so it's like it'd be a little bit of a struggle. I think they're like 40 episodes and 50 episodes and I don't remember. Maybe it's like 60 episodes. I don't remember. Of the whole entire thing, and I'm like, I don't know, 25 episodes in. I really don't remember. So something crazy like that. But yeah, basically. Yes. By the way, if anyone was curious, if you know me from Twitter and blah blah blah, I've started activating my Shadow 964X Twitter account more often. Just because I kind of left it alone, didn't want to do anything with it, and now I'm kind of like, well, let's kind of interact with some people on it, because, you know, this channel's not getting much love, and I want to just kind of like interact with that channel too. And it's some of those, that this Twitter account, Shadow 964X, is more for a little bit personal things, so I'm just kind of leave it for that too. But I'm still open to tweet anything and anyone, basically, about on that channel, so feel free to tweet me. But anyways, that's not what I was going to say. Realistically, I wasn't going to say that first. I was going to say something else. The time I didn't have Hulu, and I didn't think about the whole Crunchyroll thing, because I was still watching like Dragon Ball Super and trying to catch up on that. For other animes, if you don't know, I am watching on Toonami on Saturday nights. Is, well, Dragon Ball Super, the dubbed version. Right now, they are finally at the Goku Black arc. A Dragon Ball Z Kai, the final chapters. Gotenks is finally fighting Subaru, finally, and I'll just say that, finally. And for me, I'm watching Black Clover. For me, that's just like a weekly thing now, one episode a week. Of course, I like it to be more, but it's just one week. Yeah. So, anyways, Black Clover, I really like it. For at first, I wasn't like into it. It took me like time. I would say a good like 5 episodes, maybe 3, 4 episodes. It took me like a little minute to get me into the series, but I'm liking it now. And for another show that's literally right after that is called JoJo Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders. At first, I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it. I gave it a chance, and I'm like, it's one of my favorite shows to watch every night on Toonami. Every night. Um, if I don't see Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z Kai Final Chapters, Black Clover, or JoJo, that feels like my whole Saturday night of Toonami is just gone. Because, yes, I watch Hunter x Hunter, Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans, Naruto Shippuden, and, you know, Space Dandy and Cowboy Bebop and whatever else is on there. But I feel like those are the main four I want to just watch on Toonami. Because for me, that's just what it is. I would get into Hunter x Hunter, but I have like no idea what's going on because I don't. I don't. So there's that. I'm trying to think of what else to tell you. um, wow, I don't know. All right, for January, the month. Let's see, uh, the Royal Rumble. I can tell you about the Royal Rumble match. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. The Royal Rumble was in January. I watched the Royal Rumble match. I was very surprised that the men's Royal Rumble match was so early on. I thought it'd be like the second last or whatever, but it was like literally like the middle like match. It was so weird for me. It's like really Royal Rumble matches in the middle. That's so uncommon for just to see that. It's usually either the last or the second last. So it was I think the third, but still it was really interesting. Say that. But the winner of that Royal Rumble was Shinsuke Nakamura, representative from SmackDown. And yes, it was good to see some, Hall of Famers and or unexpected entries. I'll say for that and the women, especially the women's. But I was excited, especially there was one entry. I was super excited, and I wish he was coming back. He was my favorite wrestler, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and that is Rey Mysterio, slash Rey Mysterio Jr. And I just loved that he just like is there. I'm like, holy shit, it was Rey Mysterio. I think it was like number 20. No, he was number 27 or something like that, lucky number. And I was excited. Maybe it was like 29. I don't remember. But I was extremely like, oh my god. I was like freaking out. So I was kind of happy, Rey Mysterio was literally in the top six. I think 4 or 5, whatever, in the Royal match. So it was pretty good. Really liked that. But the winner was Shinsuke Nakamura from SmackDown Live. And I didn't expect him for them to like give them the option for Shinsuke, or even the women's match, Royal match, to even say, hey, do you want to go to Raw or do you want to stay on SmackDown? I'm like, what? I was not expecting that. I thought it'd be just like, hey, you're a representative of SmackDown, so you're going to fight the following AJ Styles. And that's what he does anyway. He picks SmackDown anyway. So I was like, okay, he's going to stay on SmackDown. I was just not expecting it. I thought he was just going to stay. Or, sorry, just stay there and not switch at all, not give him an option. So I was not expecting that. So, anyways, the next one for the Royal Rumble match, there's a lot of good matches, but I feel like the Royal Rumble match itself was the highlight of the whole thing, because of course it's called Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Was the women's first ever Royal Rumble match. 30 women over the top rope. You're eliminated. You know the gist. So that was interesting. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch starts off the Royal Rumble match, and I think at number 5 was the first entry to the Royal Rumble match that was a legend, and it was Lita. I was like, holy shit! Like, I knew this was gonna happen. I was just like, even on me expecting it's gonna happen, I just like me actually experiencing happening. It was pretty freaking legit. It was pretty freaking awesome. Yes, I saw Lita at her finest again. It felt weird to see her from like, back then in a little like, Hardy Boys moment, and then like you see her nowadays as a commentator, and she's like all dressed up, all like, commentator like, like attitude and all that now. And then you see her go back to the Hardy Boys like style, that like that punk rock like way. It was just weird, but it was so fascinating too, just to watch her, do her thing. So she did the same, of course, her signature moves and all that, and it was a great. And she not stayed in there just as like a, fan appeal, like, oh my gosh, she's there, and she did awesome cool things. She actually eliminated somebody, and plus, I think she was the very first person to eliminate someone in the women's Royal Rumble match. I love that. That was pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, there was other women that was in the Royal Rumble match that was legends that came back for the Royal Rumble match. There was Michelle McCool, The Undertaker's wife, if you don't know. It's pretty. I really didn't expect her at all. But the one I think after, it was before or after, um, another one I'll say. I was not 100% not expecting this one at all. Nobody in their life would expect her at all. Vicky Guerrero. And this is the funny thing about Vicky Guerrero. She didn't fight. No, of course she can't fight. But this is the funny thing that I liked about the whole thing that she was just there. Her theme song's not even anything. It's just her saying, "Excuse me," the whole time. Because that's literally what her thing was. It was just saying, "Excuse me," on the mic, and she wouldn't shut up. And basically, the like, what was it, 4 or 5 divas? Oh, not even divas anymore. Women in the match took, well, not even really took her out. She just kind of went over herself and whatever. So Vicky Guerrero was not. I was not expecting her whatsoever at all. There was also Jacqueline. Um, I feel like she was the most underrated, what she probably was, legend to come back. And if people don't know, she was there from the Attitude Era, but I feel like she didn't get as much appeal as others, I'll say. But I liked how Jacqueline was there, and I was not expecting her at all. Not as much as Vicky Guerrero, but it was just nice to see her again there. And I was like, wow, they really are pushing it. Like, thank you, WWE, for showing me all these great wrestlers yet again. And I'm actually watching Nitro, which I'll talk to you that in a minute if I can, because time and who knows how much memory I have. Um, and I think like the next one or something like that is Molly Holly, and I'm like, holy shit! And I like how I forget who announced it in the they announced that she was like the one of the first or whatever hardcore legends champions whatever, because she was a hardcore champion at the time, because when it was like, oh, anyone can get pinned anywhere anytime kind of thing, speculation. And well, she was one of them, because I think she pinned the Hurricane. Which, did I forget to mention, the Hurricane was in the Royal match in the men's this time, like this year? That was pretty freaking awesome too. I really wanted him to do the freaking choke slam, but John Cena really made Hurricane, and that didn't happen. But I was really excited to see the Hurricane again too. So, anyways, back to women's. um, I liked the whole match. The person that oh my god, the person that lasted the longest in the Royal Rumble match was indeed Sasha Banks. Um, I think it started getting more twisted and crazy, with of course more entries in the Royal match. I can't remember everybody exactly. There was two more legends I can think of. There was Tori Wilson. I I have I oh man, I follow her on Instagram. I don't really pay attention as much, but when I was watching her, come down, doing her thing, and wrestle, it was actually really interesting to watch again. I'm like, wow, she still looks attractive, which I already knew that from Instagram, but she still has that physique of body that I'm like, yeah, what I'm saying? But it was pretty freaking good to see that. And I can lie, I was pretty like, wow, she hasn't aged at all. Like, she looked really good. So I mean, she has some muscles on her this time, not freaking just like a cute body everybody wants to thing nasty on. So she was mostly on SmackDown, so that was pretty interesting to watch. The next person was, of course, probably my favorite diva, I would say at the time, but because of course her whole gimmick was probably the most dirtiest of them all, Kelly, the expeditionist, of course, the stripper basically. And I would literally watch ECW just to watch her, basically. Which I'm not gonna lie, Vince McMahon, yeah, he got me again on that one. But anyways, so Kelly, of course, he wasn't actually in that very long. She looks like she hasn't like really wrestled in a while. She still looks basically the same, and I think she limited like one person maybe, I don't know, and then she got eliminated pretty soon. Tori Wilson's at least standing in there a little bit longer, but not so much. The very last legend that was in the Royal Rumble match, uh, I wouldn't say Nikki Bella, but Brie Bella, because I don't know if she's retired or whatever, maybe she is, but Brie Bella was also in a Rumble match with Nikki Bella. And I don't know what's going on with Nikki Bella. I don't know if she's retired or what the hell she's doing, but whatever. She's there. So, yeah, there's that. But the very last one is Trish Stratus at number 30. Trish Stratus. I can't say that perfectly. But I was like, I was expecting her, but I wasn't expecting her either. after we got past number 29, I was like, okay, she's not coming in because me and my friend DBZ was talking during the Royal Rumble match, and we were both thinking, okay, it's be Ronda Rousey because we all hear the rumors that she's going to be there at the Rumble. And well, okay, she's probably the last entry. Like, okay, whatever. And then it wasn't her, and it was Trish Stratus, and I was freaking just blown. I'm like, holy shit, she's there! Like, dude, that's crazy. um, it was good to see her fight Mickey James again because there was a whole thing going on back then, and it was just awesome to see. And of course, if you don't know, the winner of the women's Royal match was indeed Asuka. I didn't want Asuka to win really. I didn't feel like she should deserve it. I get the whole they want to push the whole she hasn't lost a match or whatever kind of thing, but in my mind, they should have just let her lose that one because it's technically she's not getting pinned or submitted. You know, she's just getting eliminated, basically, not pinned or submitted. And I would have loved seeing the Sasha Banks win the Roman match, but it didn't happen. That was my kind of theory. I was like, maybe she will win. And then I didn't realize that the two cutest girls I think in both on both rosters, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, is a champion. So I'm like, wow, because I would do naughty things to them. Anyways, realistically, yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting to watch. So yeah, uh, what else has happened in January? I'm trying to think of everything. Um, God, I think that most likely might be everything related to what I wanted to talk about. Uh, well, here's a little downside, I guess I could say. I've been real life talk. For work related, I've been less motivated because a lot of things is actually happening at work that's been changing. Not a lot, but it will be the next following years or a year or two or whatever. And that's what kind of scares me as a worker, including, money wise, everything. And I like my job sometimes I don't. And the whole, you know, everything of it. So there's that. I'll say that. Oh, at GameStop, if you guys don't know, I work at GameStop for the holiday season. They kept me. I was so happy they kept me. So I will be staying longer with GameStop as a GA, which is General, not Associates, General, I forget what it's called. Dang it. GA. It's a GA. General Advertiser, I think that's what it was. Or Associates? I don't know. I think it's a general advertiser. Whatever it's called. But I'm not gonna tell you like as a GameStop employee like, hey, do all the things because I'm not gonna say that right now because that might be under my work thing. So, anyways, I work there. I know the I've heard the stories, the theories, and the whole. Oh my God, you are now evil, the devil, whatever. You work at GameStop. I know. I heard of all the problems. I've heard of everything. I am trying my best to prevent myself from even saying anything bad about it. Like I have nothing realistically about it that's bad at all. Um, I actually personally love all the freaking all the employees I work with. I'm not gonna say their names because I don't feel like it's good as a social media thing. But anyways, I love all of them. Uh, I will be missing my old manager. I won't say his name. But he did move to another store that was way closer to his house because he lived like an hour away. So in that perspective, I hope he's doing okay, which I know he is because I have him on Facebook. But I do miss seeing him. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I will say that for sure. I do miss seeing him. The new boss, she's really nice. I I don't really know her that well yet. I would like to, but I haven't really had a time that I even worked with her at all yet. Actually, yeah, I kind of think I haven't even worked with her at all yet. I only kind of went into the store to go buy a game or something or talk to them, and she happened to be there, and that's about it. But not for very long. Not like work, because you can get to know the person while working with them, and I haven't had that experience with her yet. So there's that. Trying to think what else. Hmm. But anyways, I know all the horror stories about GameStop and whatever. Uh, about the whole sell pro cards and do oh my god, reserves and all the circle of life and yada. Everyone knows about the circle of life. I know that. It's just a lot of people think that they don't, but they do, and they can't tell GameStop employees. But whatever. I'll probably not talk about that anymore. But yes, I know of it. I personally understand it, not because I'm a GameStop employee. Is when I was just a customer, because they have to push stuff. Not like, oh, they have to. It's just for them. It's just a business marketing way. They don't want to. I know they don't want to. I personally kind of find it sometimes kind of fun. I think of it in a fun, weird way. When I was promoting a lot of Dragon Ball Fighters for the Xbox One and PS4, which is available now, by the way. There you go. Um, I would always say, I personally would always say, pre-order a game I would enjoy. I know. Um, of course, they'll tell you to also tell them to pre-order a game that like you might not care about. For me, it's Far Cry 5 right now. I don't care about Far Cry 5. I'm not even gonna buy it. But as of an employee, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, there's Far Cry 5, but not like in a depressing way. I don't care about Far Cry. No. Oh, hey, you can pre-order Far Cry 5 for the PS4 and Xbox One, and you can pre-order this to get a so-so bonus or whatever. I don't know what it comes with exactly, but I know a lot of people's gonna buy Far Cry 5 because of just its name itself. It's a good franchise. It's just like saying Call of Duty. Everyone's gonna buy it anyway, so it's just a simple, easy way to get marketing for something that's gonna for sure happen. Uh, I think when I was promoting stuff, it was Dragon Ball Fighters, Monster Hunter World, Secret of Mana, and Bayonetta. I was saying all four of those, not all at once in the call. Like when somebody calls in, I just say whenever I was randomly, like, okay, someone's calling me. Okay, cool. Hi, thank you for calling GameStop, and you tell them what game you want to pre-order, and then it's usually one of the four I said, and it's bam, and then how can I help you, kind of thing. And I just think it's kind of fun to say that sometimes. Sometimes I don't. But if the customer's like, oh yeah, I'm calling to see if you can pre-order that game right now. Yeah, you can, dude. Just come in the store. Why don't I do that? But um, I just kind of have fun with it. I feel like if I can have fun working, I feel like it's probably the best way. I don't want to have a struggle way to like, hey, this is how I do this, because I feel like work shouldn't just be like all depressing and sad and tiring. It can't be tiring though, and sometimes depressing or whatever. But still, I like to have fun. If I can have fun while working, I feel like that's worth it. So if I'm talking to a customer about a game that I'm excited to about, like Dragon Ball Fighters, then yes, I want to tell you about this game on the phone because I love it. So maybe you do too. Who knows? But in that perspective, I think it's fun. But I get the whole pushing and keep telling you about, do you have a pro card, and I get it. Okay, but I'll just leave it all at that. So uh, yeah, I won't tell anyone like what GameStop I'm in or what, but I like where I work at GameStop. I still have things to prove and improve on. Clearly, I think everyone does realistically in the store, from manager to just me. So I feel like I'm the lowest in the whole store. I feel like personally, but I could be wrong. We all have something to improve on, no matter what. Uh, but anyways, besides that, for YouTube videos, I've been making them when I can. Like I said before, I have motivation. I don't have motivation sometimes, so it's just whatever. Uh, I'm trying to think what else really what to tell you. I don't really know what else. This month February's gonna be a bit better. It's gonna be a weekly thing. It's not gonna tell you, oh, these are the pickups I picked up. That's a totally new thing again. Okay, it's not gonna be the freaking weekly vlogs. That kind of got tiring and nobody started watching. I kind of noticed that. But it was literally the only easiest thing to say or do. So, anyways, I think that's about it. Other than a new room, I'll show that off in another time. Not sure if it's gonna be next week or whatever, but another time. Uh, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, anyways, everybody, thank you for watching. If you're still watching this 40-minute freaking weekly vlog, that's all on January. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment below. Uh, Follow me on Twitter on Shadow Knight 64X and Exceeding Shadow, and subscribe to both channels, Shadow Knight 64X and Exceeding Shadow. So until then, I'll see you guys all for the next one, right? Bye bye.